Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're back for a detoxing spring practice. So we're going to come into a whole bunch of twists. Anybody can do this. Stay at your level though. I give different options that no matter if you're more experienced or you're more of a beginner, you can do this. Feel good practice and just detox and feel really amazing afterwards, like full of energy. So let's practice together. Hello, welcome to my yoga practice. So let's start by just sitting up straight, maybe folding your hands in your lap and just quickly coming to your mat. Just coming into the present moment, leaving everything behind. Like the apostle said, one thing I know is leaving the past behind. So let's come into the now, to the space of being able to practice and truly being grateful to be able to move into practice. Just deeply breathing. See how you feel, how your body feels, where you're with your emotions, with your thoughts. But just observe like you're a bystander, somebody watching somebody else, not getting into any storyline, just noticing without being judgmental. In our practice, let's surrender it all, everything that was behind. Let's embrace everything that lays ahead of us. Let's open our eyes and come into an easy twist. So we're just from one side, just sit up tall, place the other hand behind you, and just, the goal is not to squish ourselves into the position, but to grow taller and bigger in it. Deeply breathing, just releasing any tension. And let's come to the other side, just an easy twist. Embracing the moment, being here present. Slowly coming out and placing one hand to the side, and both sit bones stay on the floor, and you can just release your neck muscles. So drop your hand to the side, let the neck become very, very long. Come into a neutral position and lift up your left arm, right hand on the floor, and come to a side twist. So see to it that you don't close off your chest, but you keep it open. So both sit bones need to stay on the floor. You need to see where both sit bones stay on the floor and you open up. If you close yourself or rise with one of the sit bones, then you came too far down. You can look down, you can look up, but make sure that your neck is truly staying tension-free. And slowly rise up, and let's place our left hand down and release our neck. Actually, to the other side, sorry. To the right side. Truly finding length in the neck first. Sit up nice and tall. Your core is engaged. And then come to a neutral position with the head. Lift up your right arm up, very much up, and then come to the side. Both sit down, stay, keep on staying on the floor. Open up that chest. And just Still keeping your core engaged. Opening up the side body. And then slowly come up and come into all fours. And let's come into some cat-cows. So we're rounding the back and we're lifting up that chest. Rounding the back. Inhale, opening up that chest. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And come into neutral pose. And we're going to come into puppy pose. So let your legs stay where they are and just come forward with your arms. Your forehead is touching the floor and your arms stay long. You can stay up on the fingertips or you can place your whole hands down. You can stay here. Make sure your core is engaged, your belly drawn in. Stay here, or you can place your chest down, the entire chest, and just little weight on the chin. It's not the whole entire weight on the chin. You can actually lift the chin up, and the whole entire weight is on the chest. If that's too much, come back on having your forehead down. Deeply breathing here. Wherever you are, you can slide through into a Sphinx pose, opening up your chest, really engaging your legs so much that your knees are lifting off the floor because your legs are so much engaged. Your chest wants to lift. Breathing. And then slowly coming down into a child's pose. Hands long, stretch out your spine. Let your spine become very long. Slowly rise up. And from here, we're going to come into our downward facing dog. Just walk out your dog. Find some length in the back. And you do that best by really bending the knees quite a lot. Finding really length in your back. And then drawing your heels down. But don't worry if they don't touch all the way to the floor. It's really not that important. It's important that you stay where you feel comfortable and what is best for you. So one more time, inhale. And exhale, very nice. One time we can come to Chaturanga, into plank pose, moving down. Upward facing dog, finding length, and then downward facing dog. Lift up your right leg, just straight up. Keep your arms as if you're still in a downward facing dog. And then you can bend your knee and open it up to the sky, releasing your hip. And then slowly drawing your knee into your chest, hold it here. Hold it, engaging your core, and step through as gracefully as you can. And come into a high lunge, having your hands in front of your chest. Just really draw your heel back, tailbone tucks under, and your chest lifts up. So now we're going to open up our arms. So I have the left hand in front and I'm going to move into this beautiful twist. Really releasing my shoulders. And then coming forward, and at any time you can place your knee down and come into the twist, hands in front of your heart. You can do the same thing with your knee on the floor. Now open up your arms if you can. Always stay at the level you want to stay. That's a little bit harder. You can open up your arms, fly away arms. Maybe you stay here or you go even farther and bind. But stay where you feel comfortable. Opening up that chest. Breathing deeply. Come slowly out of the bind. One more time. Up, and I know your thigh is burning. Placing your hand down, and then step your back leg just in the front, and you can come into the twist. Easy twist. Opening up that chest, grow taller. Place your hands again in the front. Step back your back leg, and you can always stay here with your knees down and just rise up here, or you rise up here again. Just a little moment before we come down. Move through one Chaturanga. You can always place your knees down and move through with the knees down, which is a lot easier. And come into a downward facing dog. Now lift up your left heel. First of all, keep your hips really in line. Don't open up your hip yet. Just straight. And now bend your knee and open up your hip, releasing your head. Stay with your upper body as if you are in a downward facing dog. And then slowly come forward, engage your core, draw in your belly. Have your hands straight and really strong. Gracefully as you can, step forward and come into a high lunge. And again, if that's too much for you, you can always come down with your knees on the floor. Have your hands in the front. And then open up your arms towards that leg. Really draw your heel back and tuck your tailbone under. I agree, it's a lot of work. Smile. Try to stay relaxed in the midst of the tension. Come to the middle, and then let's twist with the hands in front of the heart. Always placing your knee down. If you cannot hold this pose, stay at your own level. Be kind to yourself. And then understanding your limits, and then you can be understanding and kind to others. And then you can come, if you'd like to go further, to fly away arms, really opening up that chest. You can stay here or you can bind. Really opening up that chest. Draw that heel back. And then slowly come up one more time. I know your thigh is burning. It's okay. Hand down. Step your back leg across, bending your leg. Come into a seat and come into the twist. Just an easy twist, relaxing, releasing. And then place your hands down. One more time, rise up and step back. Stay with your knee on the floor, or rise up. One more time, you can do this. Heel presses back. And then Chaturanga. Slowly, you can always place your knee down. Upward facing dog. Into a downward facing dog. Breathing deeply here, releasing everything. And then look forward and come into seating. Very nice. So we have done the easy twist. And we're going to come up one more time with variation. We bend our knee, so the left leg bends, the right leg comes over. Now, if that doesn't feel good to you, you can always stay here. Stay in this easy, easy, easy twist. Otherwise, bend your knee underneath. And then we're going to try to attempt a bind. So if you wanted to stay here, stay here. Otherwise, you can lift up your arm and try to go through that hole here. You can even help yourself a little bit. And then try to grab the finger, the arm from behind. And relax. Otherwise, stay in the easy bind. You can also use a strap for this or a belt and hold on. You can also hold on to your shirt or whatever you can grab. If you'd like to even go further, you stay here, or you can have your arms straight and you can come with your hand underneath the foot, the front foot, placing it down and then turning. Let's come out of the pose, and you're either going to have the right foot in front of the other or on top, so fire log pose, or one leg in front of the other. And first of all, we're just going to come into this easy forward fold, just releasing all tensions, just releasing. You can come into a Sphinx Pose here and really open up, or you can just lay all the way down, whatever is comfortable to you. And then slowly rise up, and let's switch the side. So this time we're gonna have the right leg underneath and the left leg on top. You can always have the right leg also in front, straight, and then come into the twist, bend it, come into the easy twist, and stay here if this is more than plenty. If you'd like to go further, you lift up your arm and you can place it underneath and through the hole and bind and opening up. It's all about the back straight, not pushing yourself into the pose, but really lengthening up your back. Breathing deeply. Find space where you feel restricted. So truly see that you're breathing deeply and you're showing your body with this through the deep breath that it can relax. If your breath gets very choppy, you went way too far, and your body will tense up and fight against it because it thinks you are in a situation where you need to be tense. We don't want to tense up here. We want to release and relax. So if you want to go even further, stay here. You can straighten out your arm and place your hand underneath your foot. Then put it down and then come into that twist. And just release. Wherever you are, slowly come out of the bind. Now the left foot will be in front and the right in, or the left foot in front on top of the right, and both feet are flexed. And we're going to come into the forward fold. Either stay in Sphinx Pose or release all the way down. Slowly rise up, crossing your feet, placing the weight in the front, and you can either step or hop back. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, very slowly lifting yourself up into a downward facing dog. Breathe and relax, and we're going to step one more time forward, sitting, stepping, or coming into a seat. And then we're going to forward fold, but we're going to start it very slowly. So we're going to have Dandasana, really straightening up your spine. I'd like to point my feet and truly flex my feet, and then find the middle. So to release those legs, sit up straight, finding very much length in the spine. You can always stay here, or you can place your hands on the chins, or see if you can grab your toes. Straightening up your spine, and then slowly releasing. Really tucking in your tailbone. You draw in your belly button. Engage your legs. Stay where you are, or lift up one more time, straightening out your spine and maybe going deeper. Releasing it all the way. Rise up. Hands to your back. You can place your both feet down, and you come into a tabletop position and really opening up your chest here. You can stay with your head neutral or drop it back. If you want to even go further, you straighten out your legs, which is much more difficult, and then you rise up. Your head is just dropping back, and your toes want to touch the floor as much as they can. Truly opening up that chest. Hold just a little bit longer. And slowly releasing down. Now we're going to come into cross-legged. So you have one leg in front of the other. Or you can come into lotus pose, but stay where you are comfortable with. So you have your hands behind your back, so maybe grabbing the elbows, and then we're going to lean just forward. If that's absolutely not possible, you can also always have your back hands straightened out. Otherwise, if you are even further, you can grab the toes and then come into a forward fold. But if that's not good for you, please take your elbows or just fold forward. Deep breaths. Sealing your practice. You just have released quite a bit through all the twists that we have done. Just releasing it all now, surrendering it to God. Everything that you have let go in this practice, leave it in front of God. Just drop it to His feet and don't pick it up again. When you have dropped it, truly have dropped it. Truly forgive yourself if you have gone all the way, could do all the poses, or you couldn't. Forgive yourself for that. Just be kind to yourself and be okay with where you are right now. You get much more benefits from it if you learn to accept yourself and where you are as a journey than if you press yourself into a pose and hurt yourself. Slowly rise up and lift up. And no matter if you're in a lotus pose or if you just have one foot in front of the other, it doesn't matter. Place your hands on your knees, thumbs and index fingers touch, and back is very straight. And we're going to start Ujjai Breath, which is the breath of the ocean. It sounds like the ocean. You restrict in the throat just a little bit. It's like Darth Vader a little bit, you know. Okay, you do that with your throat, and you have to see how you find that spot where you're kind of restricting it. You're just breathing deeply into your chest and drawing your belly in while you're doing it. And on the exhale, you let go. If you cannot do this, do deep belly breaths. But try. And I'm gonna lead you. Inhale. Exhale. Try to make it longer. Follow my arm where I lead you through. Inhale. Try really to get it deep. If not, do deep belly breaths. Truly inhaling. Truly exhaling. Truly relaxing and releasing all tensions and releasing your nervous system. Two more times. Deeply breathing. Slowly open up your eyes. You can always go to a tutorial of mine and learn Ujjayi breathing. It's victorious breathing, very powerful breathing if you don't know. Let's come out of it very slowly. I would like you to engage your core and really draw in your belly button. Lean a little bit back. Lift up your toes. One more time, we're going to use just a little bit our core to release and relax the back a little bit. Really engage your core, really draw in your belly. Smile, you can do this. You can truly do this. One more time, just a little bit further. It's okay. And release. We're going to have the last pose. We're going to come into the feet behind you. Now, if you have blocks, it's a little bit easier to lift. And if you cannot lift, don't worry about it. Just really practice drawing in your belly and trying to lift. So we're going to place our hands in front of us to the side and then lift up where you can come on the tip of your toes, and then maybe lift, hold, and drop. Okay, very nice. Sit down after this work. Engage your core one more time and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, don't drop yourself. Release, come down, lift your legs. We're going to come into happy baby just to release all our hips. So we're going to come either from the inside of your legs. You can grab your feet. If not, you can always grab your ankle and just release down here. You can also have your hands here. And if you can grab your toes, you can do that as well. And you just want to relax into it. You don't want to press yourself into it. You don't want to be violating your body, but you want to release and relax. It's not like in your body you want to break in like you're breaking into a burglar and break in the door and tear everything down. You want to open up gently and softly and be safe and feel good afterwards. Not be in pain, but feel good. One more deep breath. Exhale. Place your feet together. Opposite butterfly, recline butterfly. Pull in one more time your legs and truly open up the inner thighs with your elbows, keeping your tailbone on the floor. So it might look very much more down here. And then just release, relax, shake out your legs, and pick up, find space, really take up space. Forgive yourself if you went all the way through all the poses and it looked like you imagined or it didn't. Release all that is, that was, that will be. You can only be now. And now is your time that you have taken out of your day to release and relax. So maybe this will be the only minute that you have to relax. So take it and make the best out of it to truly relax. deepen your breathing. Maybe even to stay longer in the relaxation, then do that. Otherwise, stretch yourself out. Maybe circle your ankles or your wrists. Maybe draw on your toes towards you and away. Draw in your knees and release one more time here. Just releasing all tensions. Maybe waving from side to side. Giving yourself a little back massage. And then come over one side into a seated position. Taking one more really deep inhale. Exhale. Releasing it all. I thank you for having practiced with me. I hope you enjoyed this very spring twisting detox flow. And I hope you join me again next week. God bless you.